If you're looking to decide how to set up your Hyrox home gym, then this video is for you. I'm going to be going over my Hyrox home gym equipment setup, letting you know a few things that I've bought, a few things that I've already had, so that you can get an idea as far as what you want to get for your Hyrox home gym setup. Now, keep in mind that this video isn't sponsored by any of these companies that I'm about to go over. It's just based purely in my opinion and what I've been training with recently. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first piece that we have here is the RitFit M1 2.0 Pro. And so with the RitFit M1 Smith machine, this is what I've had for about 2 years now. And so it's a dual-sided Smith machine. As you can see here, you have the bar, you have a pulley on one side, and then you have another pulley on the right side. So this makes it really easy for my wife and I to both train at the same time. And me personally, I'm all about using a Smith machine just for focusing not necessarily on the balance, but more so the strength that comes where I can just focus on pushing up during my squats or during my bench press. So with the RitFit M1, it's a multifunctional Smith machine. It doesn't have the weight stacks, so you do have to add weights on either side. So as you can see here, I do have the weighted plates. But this is pretty much the core foundation of my Hyrox home gym setup is this Smith machine rack. Now, assembly was very easy. I was able to assemble it myself. If I recall, I think it came in 3 separate boxes. I have it on some horse stall mats that you see here, and it is inside my garage. I believe it's less than 8 feet tall for sure, just because my garage is able to retract over there and it's not going to hit the top of the Smith machine. Now, a few things that I like about this is that you do have the peg holders on the back of the rack, and as well as tool holders like there to hold your barbells and your other miscellaneous items using these hooks on the side as well. Now, the Smith machine bar itself, it feels great. It has knurling. It's not the best, but it definitely gets the job done as far as grip goes. And of course, you have these safety stoppers on both sides, just in case. Now, there are a few things that the Smith machine didn't come with. It didn't come with, I believe, the tricep pull down. It also didn't come with, I believe, this here. So these are a bit of added attachments. There are a few things that I added to the Smith machine when I first got it, but it's also got a landmine on the side. You've got a stopper over there, but this is the core foundation. Now, moving on to the next piece of equipment that I have is the Flybird bench. So I absolutely love this bench just because it's a nice middle ground between being a heavy duty bench and kind of like a flimsy bench. So with the Flybird bench, there's a couple of things that I really like about it. Number one is that you have this added security peg stopper to make sure that this doesn't accidentally fly forward or fall backward. So it's very secure. Me who works out by myself, I want to make sure that I'm always safe, and I absolutely love this bench. I've used quite a few benches before, and this one hands down is my favorite. So not only does it have that extra peg stopper that you see right over here, it's adjustable in many ways. So you can of course adjust the body of the bench. The headrest is also adjustable. You also have the seat, which is also adjustable. So you can see here that if you pull that, it's going to be able to adjust the angle of the seat. So this is going to come useful anytime that you're doing incline bench press perhaps. And then you also have the footrest, which is also adjustable. So this is going to be able to just be adjusted to your comfort level when it comes to doing your workouts. Now, if needed, this bench can be folded up, but it's become also a core part of my workouts and of my Hyrox home gym setup is this bench overall. Now, I used to have another fixed bench over there, but after knowing or coming across this one here where everything is adjustable, I'm definitely going to be going with this one here. Now, moving on from the bench, we, of course, have my adjustable dumbbells. So these go up to 55 pounds, a little bit more than what's needed for the farmer's carries during the race. But with these adjustable dumbbells, I've had these for about 5 years now. I'm not sure if they even sell them anymore. But having a stand for them as well, just so that they're off the ground and you don't always need to kind of bend down to pick it up, definitely does the trick. So adjustable dumbbells for sure, takes up less room, goes up to 55 pounds. And I use it all the time during my workouts as well. Now, on the back wall there, we have a whiteboard. I don't really use this all too much, but I do have it there. I mean, I'll be honest, I tried to get myself to use it, but it might be something that you're considering. If maybe you want to write on the side, just have like a clean glass whiteboard on the side there. Now, moving on from that, the next thing that we have is the Hyrox rower. So with this rower, I've had it for about 6 months now. it's a magnetic pull, so you're not going to get that air whooshing sound every time you pull it. The handles feel okay. The footrests feel okay. The seat feels fine. It definitely does the trick as far as rowing goes. So it's going to show you your metrics as far as calories, count, total count, time, and distance. So you get those metrics. The footrests are decent enough to actually go ahead and place your feet in. And it does include these straps that you see here. And then your heels just have to be pressing down here. Now, as far as the tension controls, this is adjustable via your tension control. And one of the main things that I do like about this is that it doesn't take up a lot of room. So every time I'm finished using it for my 1000 meters during my row session, I can just close this up and the rower itself is able to go ahead and stand up. So all I've got to do is grab it from behind and lift it up. And as you can see, it takes up almost no room at all. So with this rower though, I mean, I know a lot of people compare it to the Concept 2. Concept 2 is a bit more on the expensive side. This one definitely does the trick. I mean, you'll definitely get your workout in. Right now, I'm able to do rows in less than 5 minutes. And with it, it just takes up a lot less room. So what I also like about this is it is able to be wheeled. So sometimes I bring this inside my home just because it's a bit cooler inside of there. Other times I just leave it in the garage. But it's a really nice standard beginner rower, especially if you're just getting to Hyrox and you just want something to practice your rows in. Definitely check this out. I'm going to be using it for as long as I have it and as long as it works. It was very easy to set up. It probably only took me, I'd say, 15 minutes or so to set up. But it definitely does the trick though. I guess the main thing is that you're not going to get that air whooshing sound. Like I practice at the climbing gym with a Concept 2 rower and this rower. You're not going to get that momentum feeling or the sound with this rower. But at least with this rower, it's a lot more quiet just because it's a magnetic pull compared to like an air pull that the Concept 2 is. Now, speaking of Concept 2, the next piece of machinery that we have is the Concept 2 ski erg. So with the Concept 2 ski erg, I absolutely love this machine. It's probably my favorite piece that I've added to my Hyrox home gym setup. This right here is a complete full body workout. So I had the decision to decide between whether I wanted a platform or if I wanted to be wall mounted. And I felt like over time, especially because I'm going to be using this a lot, I decided to go with the platform, which was a bit more. But with this ski erg in particular though, I'd say that it's such a great full body workout. You've got the screen here that shows you all the metrics. You got the power of the spin wheel every time you pull down. The platform, I'm very glad I went with the platform instead of a wall mounted ski erg. And it was very easy to assemble. So it took me about like 15 to 20 minutes just to assemble by myself. And it was an absolute breeze. So with the Hyrox race coming up, I just went with the actually getting this one instead of getting a different version. But overall, I'd say that with this piece, just make sure you have enough room for it and make sure you have clearance. Same thing, my garage, even though it goes that way, it doesn't hit my Concept 2 ski erg, which is great. Now, I was only a few inches off because I had my Concept 2 ski erg on horse stall mats, but then it would actually hit the top of my garage. And so with that, I was only off by a few inches. So just make sure that it actually fits wherever you end up placing it. Now, the display is fantastic. Like this is the same exact display that you're going to be using when it comes to your Hyrox race. So with that, you can't get any better identical practice than using the actual Concept 2 ski erg, which is the same ski erg that you're going to be using during the race. So absolutely love this. And what I like also about the Concept 2 brand is I've read online that if parts break or if parts go missing, you could actually buy individual parts in order to fix this machine. So it's kind of like a lifetime machine, which is absolutely phenomenal. Now, other parts of my Hyrox home gym setup, I do want to point out that I use horse stall mats. I mean, these are absolutely great. They're heavy duty. Over time, they'll look dusty, but just make sure you vacuum them. I mean, I've had experience with like those flimsy puzzle piece mats, which I'm really not a big fan of. So definitely check out horse stall mats. If you don't want the Flybird bench, I have the finer form bench over there, which is what I used for a couple of years. But then I upgraded to the Flybird bench. And then that's pretty much it though, as far as my Hyrox home gym setup goes. For running, I normally just run outside a couple miles. And then for sled and push and pulls, I actually just go to my actual gym in order to use the sled machine or sled pusher there. But that's pretty much it though, as far as my Hyrox home gym setup goes. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. Thanks so much for watching everyone, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.